Okay, it's the next morning. I just got showered and ready. We also moved over the bed frame from the master bedroom into the spare bedroom, which I can show you. Currently setting up the Nespresso machine that our realtor got us, and then we're probably gonna head out and get groceries and just some things like garbage bags, hand soap, because we have like one garbage bag, one thing of hand soap, so we'll need to get little things like that. But the movers are coming later today. Early afternoon they'll be here, so yeah. Yeah, we kind of need that there. It's just that this cup's too big for that. Like, I'm scared it's gonna fall. I mean, it fits. It's just, don't slip. I purposely brought my one mug and plate. Okay, movers will be here any minute. I just wanted to show you that bed frame. I mean, you would have seen it in the house tour. It was this one, which was previously in the master bedroom here. So now that'll be for the spare bed. And this can just barely still open. Okay, well, not with my purse there. It's holding the door open because with the windows open, the hallway door slammed shut. So it still opens enough here. That one also opens, but only if this door's closed. Oh, it does hit this. I might put a little soft thing right on the corner here, because that does stick out a bit more than this. Or something can go on the door. Anyway. Ooh. Okay. Oh. The movers just left, and just give you an overview of everything. We unpacked most of the kitchen boxes while they were bringing them in, so we have some still, but most of them are unpacked. The place is disorganized, obviously, but really good progress on the kitchen. Let's head upstairs. Christian's loft area, looking like this. We had all the stuff that we just didn't want in our way put into this room. Like, I labeled everything upstairs spare bedroom. Even though a lot of that stuff is not staying in this room, it's just because it's not a room we need access to right away. And we made sure to keep this one free where the mattress is. Yes. Oh shoot, I didn't realize the bed frame wasn't put together. We could have got them to do that. We were tackling some of the stuff up here, like our clothes. Although I'm trying to find more hangers. There are some in a box somewhere, because we had a crap ton of hangers, but Christian's hanging up a bunch of stuff he normally doesn't hang, so we're gonna need those. So yeah, good progress, but running out of hangers, so there's stuff just on the floor. And coming to the garage, battery's getting low. Go, Baylee, go! There's some stuff in here as well. Some of this will come into the house, and a lot of it can just stay in here. And the previous owners left these 2 storage units, so that'll be really nice. Woohoo! Christian's preheating the oven so we can have some pizza. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, my battery's gonna die. I gotta go downstairs because I forgot to film the basement last night. Just got distracted or something. It's now the next morning. So, yes, art room. It's very rainy today, by the way. Here's everything in this room. The majority of it is over here. And then there's a little more here. And then there's the back room here, which has a lot of my store stock in it. Yeah, for some reason I thought this room would be filled a lot more, but it's really not. Although there's some stuff that's labeled basement bedroom that I noticed is out here, but really not that much. So yeah, it just felt like so much more stuff when it was in our other house. I'm at the point where I don't know where one vlog is starting and one is ending, because I just have a bunch of footage that needs to get broken up into multiple vlogs. But anyway, today maybe we'll see some big changes to my art room. I ordered some stuff for it, like some proper storage shelves and things, because I can't really unpack much until I get more furniture, because I didn't bring much. Like, I brought 2 of my little IKEA tables that I was using as desks, because I had 3. I brought 2 because I will need something for now. There's my Flexi Spot desk, and I've got an IKEA cube shelf, and then there's just my glass display cases, which is for displaying stuff, but for like storage of product and art supplies, I don't have a whole lot. I guess there's those Alex drawers, but whatever. For the warehouse, I didn't bring any of those Billy bookcases, and then those plastic shelves, they're going in the garage. The smaller ones I might have in the basement bedroom closet. But anyway, I need storage shelves, and so I ordered some, and they're like proper metal warehouse style shelves. not like huge warehouse ones, but they're record storage racks because they're meant to hold boxes of documents. And so they have a really high weight capacity. I know I was looking at those wooden IKEA shelves for a while. I decided against those, one, because of durability. Two, I didn't want to have to stain every single one of those because I wouldn't want it to stay pine. And so I went with this, and they're kind of a tan color, not gray metal, so that'll be nice. And I ordered a packing station for the warehouse. It's an L-shaped packing station. That does have gray metal legs, but I'm gonna paint the legs at some point. And I ordered more crinkle paper in boxes while I was at it. Not too many boxes, but just some. So this is gonna be a hefty order. Christian's parents are here so they can help assemble everything. They helped with that glass display case yesterday, and oh my god, it was so much easier having 4 people assemble that because Christian and I did it by ourselves the first time. And half the struggle was trying to figure out which way the glass pieces went because there are some screw holes that weren't lining up. And so we gave up and left 2 screw holes unscrewed, and it was just a whole, it was painful. So this time it was a lot easier, especially because I could label each glass piece with like arrows of which side is up and like which side's the left door, which one's the right door piece. Like I labeled everything, so it was very easy. I mean, it was still a bit of a struggle, but way better. And we just did some other things, like ran some errands, and they've been helping us put things together or fix things that broke. And they really wanted to get us a patio furniture set as a housewarming gift. And so we found one right away at Home Depot that I just loved. And so that's partially assembled. I mean, I don't know what Christian's dad's doing right now. I haven't gone down yet. I just woke up and showered, so I'm gonna head down. The loft is rearranged a bit. We put new knobs on here. Here's the new patio set. Cute, cute. I love the color. Love the style. Adorable. And my big delivery of furniture arrived when we were in the middle of making breakfast. Got 2 long pallets here, and there's a little bit of stuff on a 3rd pallet. So that'll keep us busy. So the floors down here, they kind of rise up at the edges, so the floor's not flat. And I asked the inspector about it, and he said it's not a problem. It's just more like a preference thing, like if that was a deal breaker for me, which it was not. But I'm gonna have to level out some furniture. Like this is not gonna stay here. But look at this lean. Look at It's the edges that have the slope, and so, yeah. The guys are hauling stuff down here. I'm currently moving stuff out of this corner over to here because I want the shelves to go back there. And also, these are a bit of a different color than it showed in the listing. It was more of like a warm color in the picture, but I like this better actually. It's a little more neutral. It's so big.
Wait till everything's done.
I just measured again, and it's gonna barely fit. Assuming we put all of them in this room. I thought I would have a bit extra space on this end, but I think I didn't take into account the full width of these shelves because they're so wide. They're 30 inches deep. I'll stay out of the way. I probably could have gone like a shallower one on the back wall and then double width for the other 2 because I want them accessible from both sides, which is why I got the deep ones. So it's kind of like 2 shelves in one.
Do we? Oh, I
I had to borrow the rubber mallet from our neighbor.
Just so that we can click the nail.
Now these are the tabletops for the packing station. That's gorgeous, but they don't match. I'm curious what the backside looks like because like this one's super tall, and this is all part of the same desk, but they don't match. That's gonna bother me. I mean, I probably could technically sand off the coating, stain it, and then do a new coating, but we'll see when it's assembled. Looking like a real warehouse in here.
I'll say.
Also, I had a thought about these, because I mentioned they could come out a little further, but not too far, because I want to leave room. You know how there are the little decorative side tables that are flat on one side, meant to go against a wall?
Okay.
So I could put like my pegboard or corkboard on the end.
Yeah.
and then have a little table at the end of
Another
each.
functioning table.
Yeah, it could have maybe a drawer, and I could put some
Okay.
decorations on it
Okay.
too to spruce up the area.
Because you would like maybe this to be a little bit more even? Is that what you're thinking?
Not that it needs to be even, it's just that this is quite a bit of
Why?
space.
You're just making use of space
Yeah.
in your, use the space that you're given.
And I'm trying to think of ways to make it look cuter. 'Cause I could paint these, but I'm kind of torn about that. That might be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But at least I'm gonna do the end caps. I could even wrap vines around the corners or something.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I have the pegboards on there, I can't really do that.
You know
but-
what? You just have to
Dangle it
get your
down.
product on here so that you can, when you start packing, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole warehouse is supposed to be, right?
Yes.
Make it easy, efficient.
Functional.
Functional, efficient, yeah.
And the glass display case is right there. It's got another one in front, so it's a bit hard to see. There are still the labels on the front doors because I've wiped down everything except the doors. But yeah, fits nicely. Look what we have going on over here. Big L-shaped workstation, and this back area is really customizable, and I decided I want shelves for all of it, and I'm making the upper shelves big enough for boxes, and the rest are going to be shallow enough to fit these. Now, one of the accessories I got for this is the monitor arm. I got two because I have two monitors here, and I figured they could share the screw holes for these because it's going to take up 3 holes for each monitor arm. But the arms are not long enough to get around the shelves because you need it to come out far enough that there's room for the width of the monitor. And so I don't think they're going to work. I would almost need something further out. Like you can get poles that attach to your desk and then you can mount monitors like one above the other. It'd be real handy if I could just like shorten these shelves, but obviously that wouldn't work. They'd just be dangling into nothingness. Because I doubt I'd be reaching for product way in this corner anyway. But the further ones, yeah, like further down. Or if the shelves were far enough apart that you could just have the monitors in the shelves. But again, then I don't have many shelves. So just sitting here brainstorming. Because I could technically take out 2 of these and like move this up a notch and have one monitor under, one over. But I want a lot of shelves. So the monitors are gonna have to go somewhere else. They probably would have to be here. I think I would need a separate arm, which is a shame because I bought 2 of these. And yeah, these look at the color difference here. Like what is that? Why? I couldn't have picked 2 that are similar to give me. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about the monitor situation before I move forward and like officially screw all these in permanently. They do fit these tubs real nicely though. Because there's a lip here, so the lip would come down a little bit and then these fit in there. I do have to reach over the desk. That's the downside, is like this is pretty deep. So instead of having the product right next to me, I mean, I can still reach okay if I'm standing right next to it. There'll be a little more leaning compared to when I used this thing. And I will be painting all the gray areas, probably green or something. And I know it's probably a pain to paint it after it's assembled, but I just really need the assembly help from Christian's parents. So I'm just gonna take what I can get, and then I can tape off certain areas and paint it at a future date. Okay, it's now Thursday. I cannot remember the last time I curled my hair, but I just wanted to treat myself to feeling nice today. This has been such an exhausting process and painful physically also. Christian's parents left yesterday morning, and yesterday I feel like I didn't do all that much. I finished mounting the shelves on here. I also did a trip to Home Depot to get more stuff. Well, and Dollarama and Walmart. And I was just researching other things we might want for organization because we have a lot of stuff, but nowhere to put it. Because I started out yesterday unloading all the stuff for our bathroom upstairs, like our master bathroom. But I was like, oh, there's like nowhere to put anything. I at least got some bins at Dollarama. And I ordered something from IKEA for the bathroom upstairs. But yeah, anyway, today's plan, I guess, is to do more with this because a part came in that I want because I figured out my monitor issue. I mean, I still think I can only have one monitor mounted, but I have it mounted vertically because that's the best way it fits. I mean, it could probably go either way, but I feel like I might like this. We'll see. I could always turn it. Instead of having one last shelf down at the bottom, I got this bin rail that bins can click onto. And this one won't. This isn't the type. There's only certain ones that have the click on backing. The ones I ordered are smaller than this. I'm curious to open it up and see exactly how big they are because I can order some different sizes if I want. But I ordered some narrow ones because I thought that would be really good for holding stickers. I mean, it would work for other stuff too, but yeah. So the bottom rack would be these narrow bins, and then these upper racks would hold my usual plastic bins, and then the boxes are up top there. I mean, there is a higher shelf, but up top might just be decorative, honestly. I could put some plants up there or something, like fake ones, so I don't have to get up there to water them. But yeah, that could be decorative on the very top. And one of the things I bought yesterday at Home Depot was some metal primer, like paint primer, and some sage green paint. So I paint all the gray stuff, all the gray spots on this workstation green, which is gonna be a huge job, but I think it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. And I'm trying to decide what to do in terms of sprucing up this area, because I know I want stuff on the end caps of the shelves. And I was looking at the regular IKEA pegboards, although I don't like how they have the big oval shelves, but then I found these other pegboards on IKEA. The collection name, I forget what it is, but it starts with a K, and it's all surfboard themed stuff, but they have these really nice wooden pegboards that have neat accessories for it. And I thought that was perfect, but they wouldn't let me order as many as I wanted. It was limiting me to 3 per order since it has to be mailed in. And it only let me order a total of 6 before they said they didn't have enough. So instead of covering all 3 end caps with 4 of those each, I might do 3 on these 2 and then do something else with that other end cap. And some of this will be decorative, like the top shelf could be for decorative stuff. I kind of want at least this side of this shelf to have nice looking stuff, like art supplies arranged nicely, or I could display stuff on it. Like I just want this edge and the front edges to look super cute. Right now, this one's looking super cute. Look at that geek. It smells so much like lumber down here because of this particle board. It's just like wood smell. So yeah, today's gonna be kind of more organizing. I technically could get started with my metal primer. Oh, hey, Bush. You checking everything out? I could get started with that primer, but I wanna go to Lowe's to get some light bulbs. What do you? Okay, Wishy. Oh God. Anyway, this house has quite the assortment of light bulbs. I just realized how dirty this is. It's sorry. Every time I look at a light fixture, I'm just like, what is that? Because we have some regular bulbs. We have some that are kind of like Christmas bulb style. And then there's this. What is this? Look at this thing. These are in the bathroom. I should check the other bathrooms too. Because all the lights in this house, well, most of them are very orange. And so I'm swapping them out for more neutral lighting and like just close to daylight. We also have these in our light fixtures on the main floor. I've ordered some of these on Amazon, so I'm set for that. I just popped this bulb out just now, so I haven't gone looking for that anywhere. And then this light fixture in here, I've already taken the bulbs out. These are the bulbs for that light fixture. It's hard to look up this stuff when you don't know what it's called. I just like take some of the numbers and punch it into Google and see what I find. So these are Circline bulbs, 4-pin, and this one's the 12-inch diameter. This one's 16. The Home Depot website shows they don't have the 16-inch. That's why I'm going to Lowe's. The thing is, these are already 4100 Kelvin, and the only ones I can find online that are advertised as cool white are 4100 Kelvin, which is weird because that's not cool at all. 5000 is your typical daylight neutral, and anything above that's going to be a cool white, and anything below is a warm white. And so this is more on the warm side than the cool side, yet it's advertised as cool white. So I don't know if replacing these bulbs is even going to make a difference, but maybe if it's a different brand, it will look different, because these ones are almost slightly pink, which you'd think I would like, but it's kind of weird. So I'm going to get some new ones and we'll see if they look any different or not. And I got pot lights from Walmart, but I bought the wrong size because these ones down here are small. I probably should have looked closer. I just wasn't specifically on a light bulb mission, but I was like, oh, since I'm here, I'll buy some bulbs. But yeah, they worked for the kitchen, but these ones are much smaller. So yeah, I still need to replace those. I forgot to say more about these shelves when I was talking about the pegboards. What I was gonna say is I'm undecided if the pegboard should be painted or if the shelves should be painted. Because I was gonna paint the pegboards, but now that they have these fancy wood ones, I'm like, ooh, it'd be nice to just leave that as wood. I guess I'll see it when I get it. And then I could just paint the shelves instead. Just paint the shelves. It'd be quite a job because I'd probably have to prime them with something and they'd probably have to be taken out to be painted. And they're so heavy. I have to get Christian to help me one at a time. And that would just take so long, but I want to start putting stuff on the shelves, right? It's like I've got the storage now. I can finally start unloading some boxes, but if I'm going to paint them, I need to do that before I load everything onto them. It's a lot. It's a lot, mush. So yes, that's why I'm like, maybe I prioritize painting today and over the weekend so that I can start unloading everything. Well, we found some bulbs, but not all of them. There were these bulb types there. For this one, they only had warm light, so I'm just gonna wait to see what the ones I got off Amazon are like, because I will need more. I'll try them out and then I can order more. These ones we found also, but there was no color temperature listed. It did say they were halogen, which according to my Googling is still warm, but not crazy warm. So I'm just gonna see if I can find these online. Yeah. But for now I can put in the other ones. We need one more Christmas bulb for these lights here. I didn't realize these have a tiny skinny base, so these are not correct. We just ate some sandwiches. Now I'm gonna sort out some of these bulbs. This one's already removed. Oh gosh. Whoa, that's so bright. Now for these bad boys. Maybe I make Christian's off. I got these out just fine. I mean, I'm definitely gonna need Christian's not getting the cover on. I need to clean it out, it's full of bugs. $40 watt, 32 watt. Moment of truth. I think they're the same as the old ones. They're kind of pink. And honestly, most of the time, I'll probably have these off. I mean, depends. Depends what I'm doing. Because there's a lot of window light. I guess I'll hang on to the old ones because it does say 5-year life, assuming you use it for 6 hours a day, which seems kind of short compared to other bulbs. So I've got replacements. Okay, moving on to the bin rail. The box was torn open at the end. This is bent. The hardware is missing and there's no instructions. Luckily I have extra hardware, so we're good. But I'm trying to figure out which way this goes. Wait, where are the bins then? Or wait, there was a second package, but there should be 3 things. Oh God. I wasn't there for the delivery, so I didn't see. Okay, I contacted customer support about the bent rail and the bins, and then like 10 or 15 minutes later, the bins were delivered. Although I went to then tell support about that, but they'd already gotten back to me and they did say that those were still out for delivery, but they're gonna replace the rail bin rail. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this long ass rail now. Like, how do I dispose of it? I'm gonna need to do a dump trip or something. But here are the bins. So compared to these ones, they are baby. And they clip on the back. Ooh, I can get some that are about the same width, but longer. They're something like 11 inches long. So that's an option, but I don't know, I like this size. Just trying to think if I'm gonna regret having my computer in that corner because the sun is coming in. And obviously I could put down the blinds, which by the way are so heavy. I would probably get that replaced at some point. Just trying to raise them, it feels like you're gonna break everything. Or I could just get curtains. Because the curtains could stay open most of the time unless the sun is attacking my face, then I can close it. And it would add a cute decor element. I guess that means I wouldn't hang anything on these sections between the windows because the curtains would go there. But it'd be a great way to add a pop of color because I don't think I'm gonna paint any walls. I'm just gonna paint furniture. I swear I've spent most of my time down here just looking around and thinking and brainstorming and like, just do something. I'm wasting time. I mean, it's not fully wasted time. It's good to plan things out fully before committing. I think I'm leaning towards painting these shelves, by the way. Not the metal parts, just the wood parts. Okay, I kind of want to put a pin in that and go back to Home Depot for the third time in 3 days. Not Lowe's, but Home Depot, since that's where I got the paints, and I can't get the exact same paint because I was peeping the paint at Lowe's and I didn't see the same kind. So go there, get a primer, get the paint, get a roller and like a container for the paint for the roller. Blah, blah, yeah. It's a bit windy out here. Apparently I don't need a primer, so I'm just going paint on board. Okay, I've done 2 coats on those. Well, like 2 coats on the top. I don't think the edges need 2 coats. And I had some more paint in my tray, so I figured I would do the edges of some boards. And having them propped up to do the edges is so much easier. So I should do all of them like this. I could probably grab one more because I have some more paint left. But man, this dries fast. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to do coat 2 so soon. Okay, I'm almost done for the day just because I think I'm going to start to lose daylight. I have 3 little ones out there that have their first coat. I need to do coat number 2, but I can't put stuff on here yet because it probably just needs to dry a little more. And the top one is upside down because we only see the underside, so I only painted one side. I mean, they're all painted on one side, but I painted the visible side. Kind of realizing I didn't need to paint all 3 sides on this one. Yeah, because we would probably never see this edge. The color, by the way, is called Sage Garden by Bear. So maybe tomorrow I can get all the rest done, considering how quickly I got these ones done. I do need to do a bunch of editing tomorrow, so I need to make sure I leave room for that. But maybe in the morning I can paint these guys, or at least do it gradually. I can kind of go back and forth between the editing and the painting. And I could get started on the edit tonight too, perhaps. I'm gonna have to edit on the laptop because the computer setup's it's not put together. Bunch of unfinished tasks, neglected. There's just so much to do that, like, you remember something else you need to do and you want to start on that. There's just too many tasks. I'm so glad the sun doesn't rise or set into our windows. Yes. This is perfect. And yes, this does look like the well from The Ring. 7 days. But yeah, it's a fire pit, not a well. Okay, after coat number 2, I had some paint left over, so I did the edges of more boards. I did the two final short boards, and then I did 2 long boards, one of which I had to paint the 2 long edges. So there's a lot out there right now. And I just cleaned the roller and brush, and somehow I did not get any paint on me today. I mean, there's a bit in my hair and a little bit on my shoes, but my clothes are unscathed somehow. It's like 9:30 now. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of editing before bed. Oh, look who came to visit. Okay, bye. What's Daddy up to? Putting together a side table. She was just being so roly-poly on the landing of the staircase and I was giving her tons of pets. Yeah, it was a good time. It's the next morning. I was up late doing the vlog edit. I edited the whole thing and I had to re-export and re-upload at one point too, so it was a late night and I'm feeling pretty tired, but I just made another coffee, so hopefully that'll give me some energy. It's the afternoon already. Oh god. I was doing some cleaning this morning and then we had someone come over because we want to get central air conditioning, and so someone had to come over and just like take measurements, check everything out, figure out how and where they would install it. And then we went and got groceries, we put everything away, and now here we are. The plan was to do the remainder of the shelf painting today. I'm even wearing clothes that I considered painting clothes. I mean, not really the shirt. I've got leggings that have a massive hole in the crotch. Don't mind getting paint on these. But weather is looking a little dicey. It's overcast, and I checked the forecast. It says severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm a little, I don't know, part of me is like, you can paint a little bit before the storm hits, but then I gotta, you know, clean the roller and the brush and everything just for a short painting session. Unless I do it inside and just open windows, that might be my best bet. Because there is here, this is covered, but the holes between the wood, like the gaps, would let water in. And so I would still get wet. Also, what's up with these plants? They're like, they're falling over. And the soil's not dry, so I don't know. The forecast looks dicey for pretty much the whole weekend except the first half of Sunday. So I'm just going in now. I'm gonna paint in here. Why didn't I get a liner for the pan? Well, I don't know why. I wasn't thinking. Oh, maybe I didn't need one. I just don't want little bits flaking off into today's paint and making it all chunky. Oh, that's a bit wet underneath on that side. I'm convinced I'm gonna get paint on my clothes today because these leggings keep sliding down, so I keep wanting to hike them up.
Back to you.
Hi. I'm wearing my shoes because I'm gonna do the same protocol as outside. Like when I would step inside the house, I'd take my shoes off. So it's gonna be if I step off the tarp, I gotta take the shoes off. So they're not tracking paint throughout the house. The sun has decided to come out to a certain extent. It's kind of coming and going. So I did set up my station to do the edges out here. Update. The weather's getting a little worse now. It was just spitting a bit. Hopefully the rain holds off. I have 2 more boards to paint. They're both edged and I just need to paint one side of them with 2 coats. But I ran out of paint. So I'm gonna bust into this little quart that I bought. This was for the packing station. So I'm gonna have to use that for the shelves, and then I'll have to buy some other, like buy another one for the workstation. But I'm getting very close now. Everything else has 2 coats. I just need these last 2. Oh my God, it's finally done. Oh. I was just saying to Christian that it feels just so frivolous wanting to paint the shelves when there's so much stuff to unpack, but this is where I'm gonna unpack it, so I'm so glad I did that, and I'm so glad it's over. I will have to do a few touch-ups, because when you insert the shelves, they have to come in at an angle like this and slide them in, and so this just scrapes the edge of the board. So some of them, it's a little chewed up in a few spots, so next time I go to paint, like when I go to do the packing station, I can maybe do some touch-ups on the edges of some of these. Also, I did get paint on myself. I splattered some on my pants very early on. Yeah, and there's a little bit on my shirt here. Oh, whoa, oh, there's more than I thought. That was hiding under my titty. So I'm glad I wore stuff I didn't mind getting paint on. So here are the shelves the next day with full daylight, although the back of the room doesn't get that much, like it's not direct sun, so I don't know if it looks much different, but there they are. Let's turn the light on. I am so glad I did that. It was exhausting, but worth it. And I think it's gonna look so cute with the end caps decorated, maybe some decorations up top. Yeah. I suppose that is it for this video, I think, if my timing is right. I don't know where one vlog starts, one ends, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It looks pretty small from the front, actually, because it's longer, you know, it goes kind of long front to back, but there it is. And this is probably the best time of year to film this because it's the nicest it's ever looked, really. Here you can see the fence, our headboard, which someone did eventually come take. But yeah, cute with the fence. And